Shot one Mikey. Tell them Black nation rise. Wouldn't think of full time. Till we stop being victimized, organize and centralize. Take the shackles off your mind. Black nation rise. Hold your head up with pride. Them no care about black lives. Now the ship a capsize. Open up your eyes. Firstly, every African a queen and king. Know your past and you will know yourself with it. Black man not got our color and no sin. Never trade my roots, me proud of my skin. Still not forget the old slave master Jim. Pan back with pasting, and you know them now bring them from the plantation. Nowadays a prison. Hear the ancestors them singing African hymns. But we have to rise up in order to win. We have to see a floating sinkings and we can't sink. Call out the black leaders in our communities. We stand against injustice and stand for unity. And in action rise. Wouldn't think of full time. Till we stop being victimized, organize and centralize. Take the shackles off your mind. Black nation rise. Hold your head up with pride. Them no care about black lives. Now the ship a capsize. Open up your eyes. Freedom must come with a cost. You can't know the future if you don't know the past. If you sight the fullness, if you don't know the half. Them milk the mother cow and them want kill the calf. Check the status, it's off the grid off the graph. Look how much blocky youths them kill off the Ross. Classism, racism, black brother them a ball. We have to fight all if we back against the wall. Like a bingy roll. Go back to your roots and your window on yourselves. We did that with our friends, no one time to rebel. By the KKK, no black brothers, them hang them in the suburbs, we in a projects, yo, you know see the trend. In a 2020, yo, we still a go pretend. Like slave master and slave bikini, they my friend. Like Black Panther, take a stance, yeah, my friend. Can't play cover, rise up from lions den. Reaching out to the rude boys and all the ragamuffins. You will fall for anything if you stand for something. Black nation rise. Couldn't think of full time. Till we stop being victimized, organize and centralize. Take the shackles off your mind. Black nation rise. Hold your head up with pride. Let no care about black lives. Now the ship a capsize. Open up your eyes.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Jamaica. What a long day it has been. What a long day it has been. And I'm gathering as we speak. There is a protest of the labor rights right there in Constant Spring area. Remember, I told you look out for days to come, you know. Remember, I told Jamaica, look out for days to come. What is going to happen? I gather the labor rights are out. Who is calling me so quick? Hello, good day. Hello, good day.
Hello?
Yes, good day.
Yeah?
Yes, who is this? I gather the labor rights are out in their numbers. I gather Jamaica that they are out saying no Delano, no votes. The nurses stood up today. The nurses stood up today in solidarity of Nurse Facey. I went from UA Hospital to Hero Circle. I couldn't continue to to the end going downtown. If I had gone downtown Jamaica, I would have been worn and torn. I would have been worn and torn. And you saw where the media had these politicians in front of them, and no one attempted to ask them the tough questions. But I have no issue becoming unpopular for the interest and the well-being of the people of Jamaica. I have no issue. And I'm sure when I asked those tough questions today, you realize that the politicians became flustered. You saw the responses of the ministers. They were very flustered in their responses, and it was more of what they are doing and what more is to come, etc. You saw that Jamaica, and if I am granted to go into spaces and places like that, I will ask the tough questions. That much I can guarantee. I will ask those tough questions that many are afraid to ask. Mhm. I will ask those questions, Jamaica. So, let me tell you, I'm beat and torn. I was in the sun for 3 hours, but if I could do it all over again, Jamaica, I will. If I could do it all over again, I would. Just a second. Just a second, Jamaica. Let me play something. And in the interim.
Thank you, Lord. There is a race that I must run, and the victory to be won. Anybody can identify with me this evening. So give me power, Lord, every hour. Say it with me, keep me through. Come on, people, get out of your seat and rock this evening. Rock and give Jesus glory, come. Keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. Yes, keep me through. Lord Jesus, keep. Yes, there is a race that I must run, and the victory to be. Somebody give God praise hour. Yes, every hour. Yes, keep me true. Sing it again this evening. Keep me true. Lord Jesus, keep me true. Yes, I keep me true. Lord Jesus, keep me true. There is a race that I must run. Yes, and a victory to be won. Yes, give me power every hour. Yes, keep me true.
Yes, Jamaica, welcome back. As I said to you, if I could do it all over again. Hold on, Mrs. Duncan Sutherland calling me. Yes, Auntie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, will do. Yes, Jamaica. So, as you're aware, We stood up today. We stood up today. We stood up today. We stood up today for the nurses, the women, and the children of this country. We stood up today for them. And we're going to continue standing. We're going to continue standing for them and with them. But as you can see, the government attempted to, I would say they're standing in solidarity with the women and children of this country. I'm sure you all saw what happened today. And if I could do it all over again, as I said, Jamaica, I would do it all over again. The only thing this time I would carry an umbrella, I would carry my hat and some coconut water. But I stand with the nurses. You heard what I said, Jamaica? When you see I'm beat out, I'm total. When you see my son out, but if I could do it all over again, I would have. I should have had Mayor Norman Scott joining me today. I wish I had somebody to soak my feet for me. I think I need some Epsom salt to just soak my feet in some Epsom salt. Mm-hmm. I should have Mayor Norman Scott joining me for Midday Connections. He's not here as yet, but I'm sure he'll be here soon. And the only reason why I am doing this interview today, remember, Friday is Labor Day. If there's any, I don't think I'll be able to cook for the public on Labor Day. So I'm asking if anybody needs catering requests, like for 15 people, 25 people, 50 people, you can reach out to me and I'll make sure that I work out a Labor Day package for you. You heard what I said? If anyone is out there and they want catering for a group, because remember, a lot of people gather for Labor Day. So if you need a catering for a group of 10, 15, 20, 25, 100, or 50, you can reach out to me and I give you my Labor Day package. So a lot of you out there might be a part of a Labor Day project. PDTV has a Labor Day lunch special. All right. So the more persons inquire from now, is the better I'll be in a position to make sure that everything is sorted. So Mayor Scott will be with us shortly. And as I say, when I'm finished, I'm going to just try to put my feet in some Epsom salt and get myself off to a short rest, not a long rest, so that I'll be able tonight. It will be a powerhouse session tonight. Tonight I'm giving the women of Jamaica a chance to advance the conversations that needs to be had in this country. So look out for that discussion tonight. So let me add Mayor Norman Scott right now. Greetings, Mayor Scott.
Greetings, Mr. Stevens.
Yes, Mayor Scott. Welcome to Midday Connections.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I see that you're in your office today.
Yes. uh, I'm actually in office today. I was in Kingston, and instead of going straight down, I decided to stop at my office today.
So Norman Scott, can you tell Jamaica what is your route to St. Elizabeth?
Well, I was actually born in Kingston. My
Mm-hmm.
mother is from St. Catherine. My father is from St. Elizabeth, Trelawney, both places, my dad. So my eldest brother, who departed a year and a half ago, was in Goshen, and I grew up there for some time. Spent a lot of my youthful days in Goshen.
Mm. So your childhood days spent in Goshen,
Yes.
and did you go school? Did you attend school in St.
No, I
Elizabeth?
didn't go to. I didn't. I never attended any school in the rural area. I
Mhm.
attended Crescent Primary, Dental Technical.
Crescent Primary and Dental Technical.
That's in Spanish Town.
Yeah, man, I know those areas, man. Remember, I went to
Mm.
St. Catherine, so I know
Oh,
all
you
of
went to
those.
St. Catherine High?
Yes, man, I did. Uh,
Yeah.
so why did
But
you? Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm,
as a child, my brother was much older than I. He actually passed about a year and a half ago. He was in his 90s. So
mm-hmm,
I spent my youthful days. Every holiday I'll be there,
mm-hmm.
um, spending time either in St. Elizabeth or in Trelawney.
Oh, okay. So why did you see it fit? Because people are saying there are persons who are saying in different areas that Scotty not come from St. Elizabeth. Why more have to come represent us? Speak to the people in Southeast today and tell them why you are coming to St.
Well,
Elizabeth.
the
Mm-hmm,
fact of the matter is, I grew up as a young boy, and in my youthful days in St. Elizabeth. My my wife is actually from St. Elizabeth, and that's the mother of my two sons.
mm-hmm.
Um, so I could almost say that St. Elizabeth is my next home.
Oh, okay. Mm. So you say that St. Elizabeth could be considered your next home. So
Yes.
what is Norman Scott proposing to the people of Southeast St. Elizabeth? What do you want to tell the people today about Southeast St. Elizabeth?
Well, the history of Southeast St. Elizabeth is 1/8 of the total food production.
Mm-hmm.
And they consider St. Elizabeth the food basket parish.
Mm-hmm.
But just the constituency of Southeast alone
Mm-hmm.
produced 1/8 of the total food production for Jamaica. 12.5% of the food that is produced in Jamaica is produced in that one constituency.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is considered to be a farming district. It is
Yeah.
unfortunate though. It is unfortunate though that a farming constituency as the number two person for agriculture in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And yet the roads are in atrocious condition.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The, the facility as it relates to irrigation, only I would say uh, a small portion of the constituency is now enjoying irrigated water.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say that under the Portia Simpson Miller administration, that project started, and
Mm-hmm.
9 years after, it has
Mm-hmm.
still not been completed. It is
My,
unfortunate for the citizens of that constituency, which again I say is a farming constituency, have to be paying huge sums of money for trucking of water.
mm-hmm.
And from time to time, well, fortunate now, we are enjoying good rainfall. But apart from the rainfall, it is
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate that the number two person that has responsibility for agriculture
Mm-hmm.
is the member of parliament for that constituency. And the citizens, the farmers, I happen to have been on one of the farm just the other day, a couple of days ago. And when
Yes.
they tell in Carlisle,
Mm-hmm.
and when they tell you the cost of getting one truckload of water,
What is that
they
cost?
between 25 and $30,000,
25 to
and that can
30
only last for a couple of days.
for the farmers.
Yes, and
My
if,
God.
if you look at the distance from where the NWC source of water is to these areas,
Mm-hmm.
and after 9 years in governance, the member of parliament seemed to have no clue
My
as to
God.
how he will be able to have these people with irrigated water and potable water.
So you have a plan for that? What is the plan that you have for irrigation and potable water to reach to the people of Southeast St. Elizabeth?
Well, the Silicon Valley project, which was started, which is a grant from the EU,
Yes.
is supposed to do the plains
Mm-hmm.
of St. Elizabeth, but there's also several other studies. You know that St. Elizabeth has the longest river in Jamaica, Black
Mm.
River,
Yes, we do.
and that river has never dried. As a matter of fact, the water level in that river has never fallen below what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's not a shortage of water.
But it's a
It's not a
distribution issue.
shortage of it's not a shortage of uh, feasibility studies.
Mm.
It's the absence of the force to implement the
Mm-hmm.
projects. And I'm telling the citizens of Southeast St. Elizabeth that I'm a man of plan. I'm a man of action.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where I'm coming from in St. Catherine, when I came in as the mayor for Spanish Town,
Mm-hmm.
there was no the parish was running out of burial space, and I have implemented, built from scratch, the Tedford Cemetery, which is
Oh.
one of the most budding cemeteries right now in Jamaica. And I'm telling the citizens of Southeast St. Elizabeth that this is a man that has a plan, and this is a man who knows how to implement plans.
But
Therefore,
you are said to be in a weather vane seat that whosoever takes a national swing, the seat that you're in takes that kind of swing. And the momentum at this time, the pendulum is going in the direction for the People's National Party. What is the reception that you're getting from the people of Southeast St. Elizabeth?
well, I must be honest, um, Andre,
Mm.
the people currently have a member of parliament,
Yes.
who just a couple of days ago was at one of his meetings,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying to the people that the man from Spanish Town can't win,
Mm.
and that he, the sitting MP,
Yes.
is with them.
Mm-hmm.
He drives on the bad roads, the atrocious roads.
Mm.
He wakes up in the morning in the same condition without water with them.
Mm-mm.
And so he is asking them to stay in those conditions. I have said to the people that there needs to be a change, and
Mm-hmm.
I am the change. I am the
Mm.
change that is going to make sure that we repair the roads for the
Yeah.
farmers, because the farmers need good road so that they can take out their produce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying to the citizens that not only will we repair the roads, but
Yes.
we are going to be putting in, because we know that it's an agricultural um, zone,
Yes.
and 90% of the residents rely on agriculture for their living.
Mm-hmm.
And what we recognize, and I will tell you, the other day I had to take uh, the media with me to some of the farmers who were suffering because of glut in
Mm.
tomato production.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying the time has come, Andre,
Yes,
where
for cold store.
where we no no we have identified
Mm-hmm.
areas, and at very minimal cost we will be retrofitting containers.
Mm-hmm.
We will be putting solar driven powered on these containers, and they will be given to the communities for storage, so
Mm.
community people can store their products
Yes.
and have it with a longer shelf life.
Mm-hmm.
And it will also make it easier for the people who buys the from, whether it is the um,
The farm.
bottlers
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or whomever
Or the
they are,
retailer. Mm-hmm.
that will come directly and buy from these people, because they will be centralized in various locations in the constituency. So that is one of the plans that we have to assist the residents, the farmers of Southeast St. Elizabeth.
Okay. What further plans you talking about for the people of Southeast?
Well, that is just one aspect of my plan. The, I'm a stickler for young people. I like to see young people thrive. And
Mm-hmm.
I was doing my regular walks in one of the communities, and I
Mm-hmm.
was, alas, because several young people are graduates with first degrees in the constituency and are unable to get meaningful employment. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying that training and development is the hallmark of my plan for the constituency. While I
Mm-hmm.
understand that everybody wants to get a farm to go away, I
Mm-hmm.
will be utilizing those persons with their degrees to be
Mm-hmm.
assisting the art training to train young people from level 1 to level 5, so that within the 4-year period, I should be able to have a cadre of trained people, that
Mm-hmm.
the persons from overseas who are desirous of getting workers out of Jamaica can come straight to Southeast St. Elizabeth and recruit directly from the constituency. That is one aspect of the plan that I have for the constituency.
So
I
you're planning.
also,
So you're planning to develop the Human Development Index for the people of Southeast. So it can be a melting pot to get professionals and persons who are skilled and technical in adding to the development of Jamaica. Okay.
Exactly. And we understand that the constituency is a farming constituency, and we want to bring high-tech
Mm-hmm.
farming technology to the constituency. We will be reorganizing RADA
Yes.
so that they will now play an integral part of the development of the farmers in the constituency. We will be also making sure that
Mm-hmm.
the technical tools and equipment are
Mm-hmm.
upgraded so that the farmers can come into first world farming and understand and use that kind of techniques
Mm.
to get their yields up.
So, what would you say to the naysayers who are saying that? Because people have messaged me saying, "Boy, Andre, how Scotty want go a St. Elizabeth and Spanish Town no develop or the roads in Spanish Town and the infrastructure in Spanish Town hasn't developed adequately." People are saying
Well,
that Scotty should have danced a yard before him dance abroad. How do
well,
you respond?
you know something, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
As I have said it before,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say it here now. Anywhere I go, how I see it, when I'm leaving it, it got to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And you can look at the explosion that is
Mm-hmm.
taking place in Spanish Town as it relates to development with industries pouring into Spanish Town. It didn't happen by chance. It happened because there is a leader who, for 13 years, started to get things happen in Spanish Town. Yes, I will attest to the fact that the
Mm-hmm.
infrastructure
Mm-hmm.
needs more, but we have come a long way from where it was, from where my predecessors left it. We have come a long way.
Hmm. So you're saying there that looking on to what was before you came, there has been serious, significant work that you have done for the people of Spanish Town.
Definitely, definitely. I'll tell you, I'll give you a simple example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the place what that does fried chicken. God, the name slipped me now. But they were here before and they left and they have come back. And I will
Popeyes,
tell you, huh?
Popeyes, you're talking.
No, not Popeyes.
KFC,
Huh?
I'm not KFC. You're talking.
No, man, not KFC. The other one, the other one that rivals KFC.
Burger King
No, man, not Burger King.
or Island Grill.
Island Grill.
Mm.
Yes, Island Grill. I'll tell
Okay.
you, Island Grill has come back to Spanish Town, and they say the best um, store they have now is the one in Spanish Town.
Mm.
Yeah,
So you're saying then.
because when I assumed the position as chairman of the council and ultimate mayor of Spanish Town, I said that Brunswick Avenue would be my hip strip, and it
Mm.
is fast achieving that
That's
feat.
status. Oh, okay. So you say if you come over Spanish Town now, there is proof of developments coming about and but Mayor, if you are reflecting though, the height of the Spanish Town area, like for instance, the transport center, the transport area, the Spanish Town car park, etc. Reflecting, do you think you could have done more for those areas?
Yes, I think so, and
Mhm.
I would say we have really moved the parking um, where public passenger vehicles are
Mhm.
now,
Yeah.
and we have done a lot in respect of setting up car parks in Spanish Town.
Mm.
We have the one on King Street. We have one on Wellington Street, and we have the big ones in and around Burke Road, Oxford Road area there.
Mm-hmm. So okay. So let us go back now, journeying into Southeast. You spoke about developing the water plan. You spoke about advancing technologies for the farmers. You spoke about developing the human resource for the people so that they can be expatriated to other areas of the island and possibly overseas. What else? But people are saying Spanish Town is cleaner under your watch. People are arguing that Spanish Town is cleaner under your watch. What different would you be doing versus what this present member of parliament is doing?
Well, as I've indicated, that the community centers that have been closed for many years. I will be, the day I am elected and go to Parliament and mark my name, I'll be going back to St. Elizabeth Southeast to
Yes.
start reopening those community centers to bring heart and put art to work, to train the young people. And it is why I'm saying several young people with their first degrees are languishing in the constituency. They will be put to work. There are several youngsters who are now at level 3 for art and are put on pause because of a policy that art has. We will be
Mhm.
changing that policy so that these young people can go straight from level 1 to level 4. And when they get to level 3, they can start lecturing to the first level 1 and level 2. So they'll be employed while at the same time continuing their studies. So these are some of the revolutionary strategies that will be implemented in the constituency to get the constituency moving and get young people to be employable and employed in the constituency, and for overseas recruiting people to come and recruit some of these people while we train and replace those that go overseas.
Oh, okay. So training. Um, the the bauxite is in your constituency, the Gisco Alpart, right?
Well, I intended to speak about that one too.
What you plan to do with regards to the bauxite in the constituency?
Already, Andre, I have been having discussion with our spokesperson. Well, we have actually had a meeting in the general area, and we did a tour of the mud lake, and we
Mm-hmm.
intend to do a tour of the current facility. Um, you know well that it's only the People's National Party understand what it is and what it takes to
Mm-hmm.
reopen an Alpat. And I'll tell you this, as a youngster growing up, I used to, my brother, who was a businessman, used to have a lot of trucks and equipment employed to Alpat. So I'm very familiar with the plant. I used to go there, carry gas oil and all of those things, go and fix equipment that have been broken down over there. So I'm fully understandable as to what it will take to have this plant reopened. We will do everything in our powers to get this plant open so that the citizens of St. Elizabeth and its environment can see again a level of quality income
Mm-hmm.
to them.
Awesome. Awesome. So we have spoken
And
on.
I'll go further because
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go further because this is a constituency that has a lot of idle lands,
Oh.
lands that can be put that can be put into housing, low income housing. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking around trying to find the owners of a large portion of lands so
Mm-hmm.
that when I become the member of parliament, I will be looking. I brought the spokesman on housing,
Senator
Mr.
Senator Floyd Morris.
Yeah, Senator Morris, and we
Mm-hmm.
have been looking because as we get there, we are going to make sure that we come in and we build housing, low income housing, to accommodate the citizens in and around the constituency.
So housing development for low income earners will be a priority of yours.
Definitely, definitely. But I'll also go further because,
Yeah.
um, and I know you have the history of that constituency because there, when you talk to anyone in the constituency, they'll tell you, boy, from Mr. Rochester left, we don't see nothing happen. And it is a fact. It is a
Mm.
fact that Mr. Derek Rochester is the father of the development in Southeast and Junction, to be more specific. Just last evening,
Yes.
I had the opportunity of um, speaking to some people, and they started naming the government buildings that
Mm-hmm.
all came through Mr. Rochester. And chief among them is the Junction Clinic. The clinic, its geographic facility, is one in which has vast, tremendous expansion,
Mm.
and what I have in my intention is
Yes.
that that clinic should be upgraded both in terms of its physical outlay and in
Mm-hmm.
terms of its human capacity, to be expanded to be the second hospital in the parish. That facility, that geographic facility,
Mm-hmm.
has the capacity, and I will be pursuing that to make sure that the Junction Clinic is
Yes.
so expanded to incorporate and include and become the second hospital in St. Elizabeth. And I will go further,
Mm-hmm.
Andre, because Junction, being such a fast developing town,
I hear that
requires
developing.
additional government.
Mister,
Repeat that.
I hear that Junction is developing fast.
Yes, and I'm telling you, Junction is the fastest inland developing town in Jamaica. And
Mm.
so there are other government facilities that are required. A tax office. And last night, I had a public meeting in Bulsav,
Mm-hmm.
and the person that was the guest speaker was none other than the spokesman on finance, who will be our next finance minister, Mr. Julian Robinson. And
Mm-hmm.
I've said to him that we need, as soon as he becomes the minister, we need a tax office in Junction Town.
Oh, you
And
need
we
a
are
tax.
working, yes.
So as you talk about Junction, do I hear that there are a lot of foreigners who are taking up residence in Junction? How do you plan to balance those foreigners with the natives of St. Elizabeth?
Well, put it this way. Um, I will be working closely with the all the entities, the police, the uh, public health, and
Yes.
all the entities that are responsive and responsible for the development and the continual development of the town.
Mm. I hear you mention public health. That's an interesting thing. But we're not going to open that can of worms in
Definitely.
this program at this time. But people are open to the sentiments of
Well, yes, I have to because I'll tell you something. The garbage
yes,
collection in the constituency is atrocious. It is
really,
so bad. Yes, that um, rodents are running wild all over the place now.
really,
Rodents
yeah.
are running wild. Yes, I have pictures that have been sent to me of rodents running wild all over the place. So I will be really um, speaking to the powers that be to make sure that something is done in relation to those pictures and to
What is causing all
the
of those rodents of
appalling, no, the appalling um, condition with the garbage collection in and around the town.
so with the government boasting that they have additional 100 more new trucks, the people of your constituency not getting those garbage distribution removal?
No. I tell you something. In Spanish town, we call them mini dumps. Down there, they are big dumps
Really?
all over the place. Just a couple days ago, yes, man. Just a couple days ago, the councillor for Myersville and myself, we had to be cleaning a road leading to Bringley, and it was a big dump that we
Mhm.
had to take care of there.
Wow. 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 I never know to
So
say.
those are some of the things that I intend to do. I intend the Silicon Valley irrigation treatment
Yes.
system that was granted from the EU, which started 9 years ago and still
Mhm.
has not been completed. I want to not just complete it, but to expand it
Yes.
and 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 to make the farmers have available cheap
Mm-hmm.
water, cheap irrigation, so
Mm-hmm.
that they can increase their yields and so that the importation of our basic food, you know that the import bill since 2016
Mm-hmm.
has moved almost $800 billion
Wow.
since 2016. It is a
Mm-mm.
shame. It's a shame. Last night, somebody told me that sweet pepper is down to $30 a pound.
$30, $50. There is a glut in the market with sweet peppers, and they're rotting like wow now, cause
Yes,
there's no
because
storage.
because what has happened, Mr. Stephen, is
Mhm.
that the radar is not functioning as an agent to determine and to tell the farmers when to produce and what to produce.
Mm-hmm.
The radar is no more is subsumed into the whole political.
My God.
That's what it is
So you say
subsumed
rather
in.
have now become a
Political.
political football.
Yes.
So that means that some of the fertilizer that the auditor general looking for look like it down your constituency too.
Well, last night at my public meeting, I called on the number two minister to tell the
Where you call it
people
the number two
where. Yes. Remember, as number one minister, number two ministers share the two constituencies.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
The the senior minister and junior minister. Then let me
Mm.
put it that way.
So you called on
So I
Frank.
called on
No.
him to tell the people where is the 3,000 bags of fertilizer. He
Mm-hmm.
needs to tell the people. But I also call on him to come and have a debate with me.
Oh, you
Yes.
calling for a debate with
Yes, I want him to come and have a debate with me. Because he needs to tell the people for 9 years what has he done for them. What has he done for the farmers?
What has he done?
He needs to come and yes, he needs to come and tell the people. Separate and apart from the fact that he will tell them that he drives on the bad road with them and he wakes up in the morning without water like them. What else has he done? Because I'm sure the people doesn't want that. They want a change. And I am the change that the people are asking for. I am the change. I have a proven track record, Andre, coming from the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. When I came here, we didn't have a cemetery for the parish. We now have a cemetery. I've expanded the infirmary so that the persons who were at the various hospitals, Spanish Town and Linstead Hospital, we now take them out and we have a facility where we keep them. I have built those facilities. So I have a proven track record. I'm a man of action and I'm ready to work for the people of Southeast St. Elizabeth. Once they give me the opportunity to do, I'm going to do so.
They say it is action, not a bag of mouth.
Not a bag of mouth.
Oh.
I have come to deliver them from where Mr. Derek Rochester had left them. I've come to take them to the promised land.
To the promised land.
Yes.
So you're now the political Moses for Southeast St. Elizabeth.
Definite.
Oh no, him can't be Moses. Him would have been Joshua, because Joshua they carry the people in the promised land.
Yes. That's right.
All right, Scotty, I hear you. But what is happening though with those investigations in that Mocha came to your office in Spanish Town? You have any
Well,
updates?
it's gone 5 months now, Andre, and we have not heard anything. They have been returning the documents in pieces, and we still await to see what will come of it.
So you think it was a political witch hunt against you?
Andre, in 2016, a similar raid was done in 2016, just before the local government election, and everything was returned again with nothing. And you would have recalled the same week that the Mocha and those people raided the council, they had a faceless fire in a place called Exxon in Southeast St. Elizabeth, when some people who did not show their face said, is the man from far they want to get rid of. They don't want the man from Spanish Town. You don't remember that fire?
No, remind me.
Yes, man. The Monday morning, we woke up to a fire in a section called Exxon, just a little bit out of Junction Town.
Oh, yes.
And there was no face, no demonstration, nothing. Only some people in the background saying, them say, I the man from Spanish Town, them no want the man from far. You remember no?
Oh, yes. So you said the demonstration.
But I believe at this time,
nobody showed. So it was a faceless demonstration.
yes.
Faceless.
And then by the Thursday, it was a raid on the council.
So you said it was all timely in an attempt to try to take you out.
Exactly so.
But you have stood firm against those who have
I'm a
tried.
God-blessed child.
Mm.
I'm a very much God-fearing individual. I believe in God and I fear God. And I trust in Him.
So for the people who need to find you in St. Elizabeth, because you have a tight schedule now, holding the municipal corporation of St. Catherine and equally after being, how do you manage that level of flexibility at this time?
Well, recall that the municipal corporation has a mayor and a deputy. And so I come here in the mornings and I go down to St. Elizabeth. I have a campaign office at Stephen Run, which
Where's
I
your
go
campaign
to.
office?
Stephen Run. It's on the main going into Junction Town. Right on the main. You can't miss it.
Okay.
So I go there and then I go and do my scheduled walks and visits that I have to do. So I'm in the constituency almost every day.
And you're used to
And
this.
and and I have a residence in Gazeland.
Oh,
So
you have a residence down there.
yes.
If the people need to reach you, how can they reach you doing Southeast?
Well, there is a campaign office. There
Is there
is
a political number that the people can reach you at?
well, they can reach me at 873-8047.
873-8047.
Yes.
So for those people in Southeast St. Elizabeth that needs to get in contact with their next member of parliament, Mayor Norman Scott, you all know how to find him and reach him. What are your final words today to the people of Southeast St. Elizabeth?
I want to tell them that they're not comfortable. Where they are today in terms of their communities. They're not comfortable. They need a change. And the change can only come from someone who has a proven track record, someone who knows what it takes to be involved with the people, someone who has done it before and is willing to do it again. Meaning, I've changed the lives of the people in Central Village, what they call suffragists. When I went there, Andre, these people used to carry water on them head. Today, they all go in and turn a pipe on and get water. Yes, I did it. I did it.
So you say
I'm
what?
saying to the people of Southeast St. Elizabeth, I've done it before and I will do it again. Give me the opportunity to show that I will do it.
Well, Jamaica, you have heard from Mayor Norman Scott, the MP candidate for Southeast St. Elizabeth. He say he has done it before and he will do it again. So we want to say, Mayor, we know that you have a tight schedule and you have to run back now to St. Elizabeth. So thanks for coming today on Midday Connections. And you're always welcome to stop by to give us an update on all that is happening. Reasonable?
Thank you, Andre, and thanks for your listeners. And trust me, I will always make myself present to your connections.
All right. Bless you now, Mayor Scott. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Boy, Jamaica, that was a short yet spicy interview with Mayor Norman Scott. As he said, he has done it before and he will do it again. And if you guys know one thing about Mayor Scott is that he is a political animal. He will go to the end just to make sure he wins. So I look forward to that night, election day, as to what will happen in Southeast. But one thing for sure, that Southeast is a weather vane seat. So it's one of those seats that whosoever takes government, typically that seat takes, whosoever takes government, that party normally has that member of parliament. So it is a swing constituency. But Jamaica, I am very tired, and I'm sure you see that I have pulled through, and this is what I call dedication. This is what he said I call dedication. I am very exhausted, but I could not let the mayor interview not happen. So I'll see you all back tonight at 8 p.m. on PDTV News Jamaica. So until then, walk good, stay blessed. Please, if you have to send me something now, send a message. I can't accommodate any calls right now. I literally need some time to regather myself. Bye now, Jamaica. Walk good.